Kia ora, and your headlines for today. Menzies Hallett received a life sentence in the High Court in Rotorua this morning for the 1979 murder of Rodney Tahu. Justice Ailsa Duffy didn't impose a minimum non-parole period using the sentencing guidelines of 34 years ago. The judge empathized with the victim's family, saying the past 30 years have been a rough road. A new direction will be paved out for the Maori Party as members gather tonight in Whakatane for their annual general meeting. Peter Sharples and Pem Bird are both standing aside to make way for fresh faces. The Ururoa Flavel is expected to be voted co-leader unchallenged, and allowing the party to have one leader with a partnership with the Mana Party are also likely to be discussed this weekend. The death of democracy is how New Zealand First is viewing the Sky City Convention Centre deal. Parliament has passed the first reading of the deal that sees the casino get gambling concessions in exchange for building the $400 million facility. New Zealand First MP Richard Prosser believes the government has effectively sold law to Sky City.
The government can spin this any way they like. They can plaster that pig with as much lipstick as they can stagger under the weight of. But the reality remains the same. And that reality is that our laws are for sale.
And only hours after the Psychoactive Substances Act was passed into law, a local board in Auckland has begun moves to ban legal highs from anywhere near its schools, kindergartens, churches and community halls. The newly passed act allows local authorities to create policies banning the sale of approved products from certain premises. The Manurewa local board will ask the Auckland Council to urgently draft a policy to ban the sale of legal highs within a 1-kilometre radius of key community areas. To international news, both sides of the continued uprising in Egypt are criticizing America's involvement. Those who support the army's coup and those who support the Muslim Brotherhood are critical of the US government for what they say is a lack of support in their fight for democracy. After signing a peace treaty with Israel in 1979, Egypt has received an average of $2 billion a year in aid from the US, with most of that aid going to Egypt's military. To sport, and a victory in the America's Cup for Team New Zealand off the water in San Francisco. A jury has upheld Team New Zealand's and Luna Rosa's protest against 2 safety recommendations, ruling that regatta director Ian Murray overstepped his jurisdiction. Team New Zealand boss Grant Dalton hopes that's the end of the controversy and that the racing can get underway. And finally, a US couple has been shocked to learn that their 1-year-old daughter bought a car on eBay. Paul Stout says his daughter accidentally bought a 1962 Austin Healey for $290 while playing with his phone. He says they're now planning to fix it up and give it to her for her 16th birthday. Well, that's all from me and the team at RBG News. Ka kite anō.